If it weren't for the masks, you'd think everything here in A&E was back to normal. In fact, it pretty much is. Lockdown easing then is a very worrying prospect for staff.
It's going to bring out another outbreak, that's my opinion. And if pubs open the weekend, as they're going to do, the COVID restrictions are going to go out the window. Because I know what comes through these doors on a daily basis. And you only need some people to get drunk and have a good time, which they're going to do because they haven't been doing it for 3 months. They're going to forget COVID altogether. So COVID's going to come back big time.
That's going to have a big impact on you, isn't it?
It's going to be a massive impact on us.
Emergency departments were perhaps under the greatest pressure during the peak of the pandemic. Now it kind of looks, it feels like things have gone back to normal. The green and red zones have been disbanded, but there are real fears that as we ease the lockdown, there will be a surge in standard emergency patients and indeed COVID patients.
Oh, and we've got a COVID positive alert as well.
Yeah, that's the one they're venting.
Is that actually confirmed?
Yeah, they're intubating now.
Okay.
They are still seeing COVID patients, but it's now rare, allowing them to focus on standard emergencies. Any disruption in respite for staff after a relentless few months could be very damaging.
Because it was such an intense period, we're now coming out of it. People are beginning to reflect back on it and start actually processing their feelings. And I'm not sure I've fully processed my own, but we're seeing our attendances go back to pre-COVID levels. So there's not really a downtime. There's not a time to take the foot off the pedal and stop.
Staff in the intensive care unit are beginning to slow down. At one point, they had 3 times as many patients than beds, with 286 deaths. With only 3 in here now, the matron told me she's only partially prepared for what may be coming.
The fear of the unknown is gone.
The fear has, but the fear of going through that again is a different fear.
What sort of fear?
It's, you've been through it, you've seen the death, so it's the fear is that you just don't want other people to die.
Despite the personal impact a second spike might have, not being prepared for one could be perilous for staff and patients.
Obviously, we are still very aware that we can't let our guard down. We have to rebuild our services and look after our whole population, both COVID and non-COVID, for an ongoing period of time. So that very much focuses our mind and actually helps us to draw and reflect on some of the lessons that we've learnt.
Everyone here is dealing with the effects of coronavirus, so there's very little appetite for another outbreak. Nonetheless, they're ready for anything. Emily Morgan, News at 10 in Birmingham.